Back again talking to head women's basketball coach John Haskins. Coach, I know every time I bring you on the program I talk about Jasmine Kemp. She continues to make strides as a sophomore. We've discussed how difficult a matchup she is for a lot of opposing teams. She's obviously one of the anchors on this team. How is her role developing this season?
Well, she's difficult for us because we're not sure where to play her. I mean, she can play everywhere, and we're not sure whether she's more effective on the perimeter and in the post. And we've tried to do a little bit of both. I think, you know, they're two completely different positions, and it confuses her a little bit. And I don't think she's as aggressive if she's got to worry about playing both positions. But she does a great job for us. The one thing about Jasmine is she's such a nice kid. She's such a laid-back kid that we've got to encourage her to be aggressive offensively. She doesn't want to be a ball hog. She doesn't want to be a star. She just wants to be, you know, one of the gang. And we tell her how you go, we go. And you know, she's got to take the lead in that and be very aggressive offensively because she can make a lot of things happen. Even if it's not scoring, the last two baskets we got against Flagler was Jasmine taking the ball and attacking and just getting easy dump downs to Courtney for layups. So to keep her aggressive, but she's just getting better and better. She will continue to get better.
And another thing I suspect you're pretty proud of Jasmine about is that she was also recently named to the Capital One All-Academic All-District team. She has a 3.8 grade point average in biology. For you as a coach, how important is it that your athletes are also student athletes?
Well, first of all, I can't say enough good things about Jasmine Kemp in terms of the type of kid she is, the type of basketball player, and the type of student she is. A very conscientious student, very dedicated student, wants to go to a veterinarian school, and it's just a great example of the kind of kids we try to bring in our basketball program. We try to bring in good students first. You know, I'd rather coach basketball than worry about whether kids are going to class and whether the kids are making their grades. And we actually had about a 3.2 grade point average last semester, team grade point average. So we've got a bunch of good students in our basketball program, and we're going to continue to recruit good students.
And that certainly has got to take a lot of pressure off the coaching staff, and that you don't have to pay attention to how they're doing in the class.
It does. It does. I mean, we try to help some kids along if they're having problems, but it's not like we've got to sit there and look over them and make sure they're doing their work. We've got very conscientious kids.
We've had a couple of overtime games this year, and from a coaching perspective, how do you deal with overtime? And you had one go even into double overtime this year. I mean, does your coaching philosophy change at all, simply given that you're playing extra minutes in a game?
You know, not a lot different. I think coaches break the games down into segments anyway. Like in the Peach Belt, we've got media timeouts, first dead ball after 15 minutes and first dead ball after 10. So we're breaking those first 10 or 12 minutes of the game down into smaller segments anyway. So the coaching really doesn't change a lot. I think the only thing that what overtime does is magnify whatever. Magnify missed free throws, magnify turnovers, magnify defensive errors, because it's a short span of time there where if you don't get it done, if you get down 6 or 7, that might be it. Whereas if you get down 6 or 7 early in the game, you can always recover.
Do you worry about fatigue with a team that's been as beat up as yours has throughout the season?
I worry about fatigue all the time. But by the same, I'm a hoarder in terms of timeouts. I want to save them till the end,
right.
So make sure if we need them, we've got them, in terms of ball handling difficulty or setting up a play or something like that. So, I try to get to those media timeouts without burning our timeouts, right. And that helps us to have a couple timeouts each half. And so we try to, if we can get to that last 5 minutes of the game with our 4 fulls, only using our 30s, we like that.
Okay. Well, Coach, I asked Coach Miller this last time he was on the program, and I wanted to get your opinion on it as well. Why is home court advantage so significant in basketball, seemingly at least compared to other sports like football or baseball or what have you?
I'm not sure. I just think, just being comfortable in your environment, the same one you practice in every day. I mean, I take our football team, for example, they very rarely practice on the game field. We practice on our basketball court every single day. So I think that the home crowd definitely makes a difference where you've got the crowd supporting you, and just the game day routine's a little easier, I think, at home versus on the road.
Okay, well, we've got about a minute left, Coach, and I wanted you to maybe talk a little bit about the 3 early signees that you got this year. Recruiting is something that never stops for you. Talk a little bit about them.
We're excited about those 3 players. Phoenicia Lawson is a 6-foot post player, a very strong post player out of Reidsville High School. They won a conference championship. She had, I think, 16 and 13. Friday night. Caitlin Mitchell plays at Millbrook High School, kind of a 3-4 player, shoots the ball, plays very hard. They're defending state champions, so she comes out of a very good program. And then Ashlyn Jones out of East Forsyth High School is a 2-guard that really plays hard, needs to get stronger, but plays hard, good skills, can shoot the basketball. In addition to that, they're 3 great kids and they're great students. So we're very excited about adding those 3 girls to our basketball program.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you joining us on the show. We're looking forward to 2 victories to end the season.
nice.
And that's all the time that we have for this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves.